Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I have something really special for you. We're in Singapore and we're actually gonna go visit some local hobbyists. We've been invited into their homes and we're gonna go check out what the reefer scene is like here in Singapore. Here at Ernest's house and we're gonna check out his Waterbox 20. Thanks for having us over.
Thank you. My name is Ernest. So this is my Waterbox 20. I had it for close to 2 years to 3 years right now. This is like the third reiteration of this tank. I used to have 2 aquascapes before that, but I recently changed to this new Tonga aquascape.
How long have you been in the hobby?
I've been in the hobby since I was 15.
Okay, so
I'm almost 21 now, so...
Wow, so 6 years.
5 to 6, yeah. So I started off with a innovative marine, 10 gallon.
Okay.
So that was for 3 years plus.
Okay.
And I upgraded to this water box. And so this is theoretically my second tank, so yeah. So this is what I sort of like learned from many of my previous aquascapes. Is what I envisioned a dream reef tank for me to look like. I wanted to mix SPS with LPS. So he told me, oh, why not we do something that has different levels. So as you can see, the top levels is more towards the SPS. And then I can put some LPS there, which namely are my torches because they really like the high power. And then after that, towards the bottom is more towards the frog spawns, the chalices, and the scolies, and the goniopora. So yeah, it's just how the whole idea of what a perfect reef tank to me will look like.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit more about your corals. I see you have about 4 or 5 different torches in there.
I do have a very weird bicolor green torch. If you can see from the back, it's actually half green and it's like 2 shades of green. It's just different shades of green. So one is more like neon, the other is more towards like forest green.
Right. So you really enjoy collecting the different corals.
Yeah, I do, but now I got too little space, so genuinely stop.
Zoanthid rock there. Did you make that or did it come with all those different zoanthids?
Oh, I made it like this from my previous tank. So this was about 1 year plus in the making. So all started out from like really small, like one polyp zoanthid. Then after it just slowly grew. So as you can see, it's like they're really like fighting for space now. So I think I might have to start fragging it and all that stuff.
So I see in the back of this aquascape here, you have quite a few SPS. Do you think that we could look down from the top and see what those are?
Yeah, definitely. Let's go for it. So give me a moment.
You have everything hooked up on your phone?
Yeah, I have an Apex. So.
Oh, that's great. You have an Apex on this little tank.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we haven't even got to the gear yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of high-tech automated equipment because it gives me like a more peace of mind. And since I'm really serious about this hobby, been here for like over 5 years, so might as well just take an investment. Yeah, and I'm dosing all for reef every now and then. Okay. Just that, and I hooked it up with my Twinsy ATO. It's dosing kelp water every day too. So,
okay.
Yeah.
What are your parameters then that you keep your tank?
Oh, elk is about 9. Okay. 9-ish. Calcium 460. Magnesium 1290, I think. Okay. Then nitrates, I think it's about 15. Phosphate is about 0.05. Okay. So I think the key is just to keep all the parameters quite stable for SPS. So
which one's your favorite?
My favorite is still the strawberry shortcake. Okay,
classic.
This is my favorite. The other one would be the grafted Montipora. So I grew it from like really small. It used to be like this. Okay. Now it's like double the size. So that's a good one. You can see like the green is like really spread out across. It is, yeah. Yeah. So this is my favorite. But this is my tank. So a lot of these corals are actually rescued. Okay. So I rescued it from like friends and all that stuff that don't tend to do very well. So I just thought, oh, might as well just take the effort to try to rehabilitate and see what happens. So
I mean, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, most of it came quite brown, to be honest. And after that, now it's like all the colors are really coming back.
And like the green star polyp, does it ever try to take over? Do you have to trim it up or?
Not really. Honestly, it does, but I don't really like, mind it. So because it looks quite nice.
It does look nice, yeah.
Yeah, but as you can see, my blue dragon, I think.
Oh, it's stinging him.
Yeah, stinging him, but I don't really care. Just a little bit. But
When you have a tank this small and you're trying to put all these things in it, I think you
Yeah.
have to live with the fact that things are going to get stung.
Yeah, coral warfare is quite
Yeah.
quite dirty. Yeah, it comes with experience, to be honest. I made a lot of mistakes.
You could give some tips then for maybe that people that want to have a mixed reef like this. What are some of the things that you think you've learned from that?
Yes, stability is the most important part in the reef tank.
Okay.
That is the most important part because once everything is stable, right, the corals will explode in growth, really get on top of maintenance.
Okay.
And it's just more of like, yeah, genuinely just trial and error for all this
Okay.
kind of stuff. Because even after like so many years, right, and getting a lot of friends and everything,
Yeah.
the one thing you can do is to just trust your own gut and just do what you think is best for the tank. Keeping parameters stable,
Right.
understanding the flow of the tank.
I see, like you have the flow going right here on the torches.
Yeah,
to kind of
exactly. So
push
it
them
comes
away.
in a really nice C shape. And then it blankets my gonioporus too. And then after that, for those LPS that don't really need more flow, I'll put it at the back. So it's sort of, it feels like a one full circle thing.
And I think what you're saying is too, is like just observation, and every tank is different, right?
Yeah,
so
correct.
by observing your tank and being in tune with your tank, then
Yeah.
you're really able to dial it in.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of trial and error, to be honest. After all, it's just my hobby and I really love it, like to bits. Yeah.
No,
So-
I mean, you're doing a good job, and those are all really great tips. I think everyone, the more and more videos we do, I think that's the key tip that always comes out, right?
Yeah.
Pay attention to your tank, be in tune with it, notice things that happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can see that you love it. You're very passionate about it.
Yeah, it is. It's my childhood dream, to be honest. Eventually, I got to where I am now, and I'm grateful for it. So, yeah.
Well, great. Thanks so much for showing us your
Thank you
tank.
so much for coming to my house. It was such a wow. It's like it's just really nice to
To share, yeah.
to share my stuff.
Cool. Well,
So,
thanks.
no problem.
Hey guys, so we're here looking at another tank in Singapore. This tank is from Kaiju. He didn't want to be on the camera, but he did invite us to his home and let us have a look. This is a 200-gallon custom-built wall divider tank. And first of all, he's got an amazing fish collection. He's got a gem tang. We have some powder blue tangs. He even has a hybrid powder blue tang. We have two of the black tangs. One of them has a hybrid as well. So we've got a lot of amazing fish, and they all live in here happy together. So I really like the aquascaping of this tank too. You kind of have these two islands, one set on the left and one set on the right. So he's got this nice island here of the torch corals with the flow coming over, leading to this second island, and it's full of these hammer corals. And I'll take you on the other side of the tank, and actually on the other side it has a bunch of frog spawns. So this is another view of the tank. Like I said, it's like a wall divider tank. I think we said it's 5 feet long by 2.5 feet wide and about 2 feet high. And so on the other side here, you can really get a good look of all these hammer corals. I like how they flow up from the sand onto the top of the rock. And then this beautiful frog spawn garden. And another thing that's really interesting about this tank is the number of clams. We were just counting them. I think there's over 10 clams in this tank, including this nice big clam right in the front. After you have all these LPS on the bottom, it works its way up to the top where you have a bunch of acroporas. Okay, so we can take a look at the equipment. We have a combination of T5s and the Orphec lights, and they have a really nice spread. We can look up here, Orphec light bar to Orphec panels. That's what's giving the nice spread of light over the tank. Down here, there's frag tank that we're holding some of the extra corals, big Deltec skimmer. I know when I was talking to Kaiju earlier, he said he's been in the hobby for, almost 20 years. He's got a lot of experience and a lot of passion. Great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Kaiju's tank. It's a beautiful tank. Like I said, it's kind of one of those tanks that I think everyone dreams to have, is these tanks that divide your room. And really nice to see his big collection of corals. So Hasif, thanks for inviting us to your house.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you have a beautiful SPS-dominant tank. Can you tell us a little bit more about the size of the tank and what you have here?
Yeah, the size of the tank is basically it's a 4 feet by 2 feet, and it's about 1.8 feet for the height.
Are you more a fan of the corals or the fish?
Both actually.
Yeah?
I like fish and I like corals, but many have been saying that you cannot keep fish and certain corals together. But I'm trying one.
Can you tell us a little bit more about all the fish in here, though? I see you have a black tang, you got a jump tang, you got the eel.
Eel basically because I like predator. I like seeing them on the branches and
Mhm.
everything. For the copper band, it eats up the Aptasia, so it's a utility fish. It's quite good. And also it eats mysis, so I do not have to worry about any Aptasia lah. Before this, I started out as a 45 cm tank full of predator fish.
Okay.
So as I learned, predator fish needed a bigger tank so it won't pollute the tank, you see. So that's why I tried out 4 feet. I wish I could go bigger, but
When we're looking at all these tanks in Singapore, one of the things is a lot of people live in apartment buildings, so they have smaller tanks. Someone was telling me yesterday there's a maximum size 5 feet because that's the only thing that will fit in an elevator.
yeah, that's also 6 actually.
So this is pretty big for Singapore standards. You have this joculator here in the collection box. How long have you had him there?
Only about 2 days. I bought this from a decom reefer. So he decom his tank. Then I've been eyeing on jaculator for quite some time.
Yeah.
So in Singapore, there's only like few shipments. So I kind of like get it. So I'm gonna release it later on.
You said you can release it for the video?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, stay tuned. You have so many beautiful SPS corals, and you were telling me you've only been in the hobby for 2 years?
Yeah, about 2 years. So most of the corals are given from a friend. So it's quite established tank grown cultured.
Okay. Do you have a favorite coral?
I don't have a specific favorite, but if you were to ask me like which one I like more, it's the Montis.
Right.
Because this one is the Crazy Tea and the Beach Bum, and this one I don't know what's the ID. So I like plating corals, you see, they are like Star Wars kind of like.
And what about the torches? You got some beautiful torches.
I like torches lah. So one of the favorite is this yellow Holy Grail, then some green torch. This one they say it's a banana Holy Grail, but no idea what's the ID.
Oh, the yellow one there, yeah.
Yeah. And the front one is banana.
Yeah.
The side one is Aussie.
Oh, you've got some zoanthids in there. You really have a mix of everything, hey? Did you get some of them from other hobbyists then, like the bigger colonies?
Yeah, so I got lucky for the big beach bum down there.
Yeah.
I was going at quite cheap, so I got it. It was this small.
Oh, wow.
Like last year, so it grew out a bit more. Then I kind of like love Monty's in terms of SPS, so that's hence for the Monty lah. The Crazy Tea, the one that they mix color. I forget.
Oh, the grafted
Yeah.
Montifer, yeah.
This was made by a friend named Kira. Doing part-time aquascape in Singapore. I think he does a very good job lah.
So you asked specifically for the branching.
Yeah, correct. Supposed to be 2 of the same ones, but because my overflow is down there, so it's like blocking. So he made one smaller and one bigger. Because it's kind of like lower. If it's higher, then I have no space to put the torches lah.
Yeah. Do you find that they sting your corals at all, or?
It does a few, but I mean, I let nature grow.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit about the equipment.
I'm using currently MP40s, both running at 35% each.
Okay.
2 OR3 and 2 G4.
And for the flow, because you have the outflow in the back there too. So do you have it just kind of all meeting in the middle then? Is that the idea?
Correct, yeah. So when both of the flow meets each other, it goes down this way, then it spreads out. So there's no like dead spot on each side lah.
And can we see underneath like what you have going on for the equipment? I see what you got going on here. You got the filter roller, you have the Deltec skimmer. You said you have a UV in the back.
Yeah, the UV is all the way to the back, so kind of like plumb it. So I'm only dosing Nitra Force Minus by Aquaforest and Component 3 in 1 by Aquaforest. And the rest is just 5 ml of each every day, every 2 days for the Red Sea trace.
I mean, it's pretty impressive that you've only been doing this for 2 years. Where are you learning about the reef mostly? How to keep the reef tank?
Oh, friends.
Friends here?
Yeah, so I made a lot of mistakes. So to me, to learn, you have to make mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, then you're not learning. If you don't fail, you won't learn. And if it's a comfort zone all the way, then you're not learning.
That's good. So you like pushing yourself and learning new things about the aquarium, yeah. And I guess that you were saying like maybe the local community is pretty strong here. Then there's lots of reefers.
Oh, I would say I have a group of my own in Telegram for reefing. So in that group, we help each other. So there's a way experienced reefer, like 20 over years of reefing. So this guy basically sometimes just teach us, guide the younger ones.
Okay.
So like like I told Pat and all the other reefers,
Yeah.
all the other fish shop that like we would like to grow the community for the young kids because
Yeah.
in Singapore it's an expensive hobby, you see.
It's expensive, yeah.
So if we can nurture the young generations to start reefing, it's already not easy. So if you can help them, so I think it would be a good.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already kind of gone to see some other hobbyists. I know we went to see Kaiju, who's been in the hobby for almost 20 years. I went to see Ernest, right? And he's just a young guy and he's been in the hobby for about 6 years, and it was very impressive because he's very into it. He's knowledgeable, and he's like you, he learns from experience. So it's really nice to know that there's such a strong community here of people who want to learn reefing. Appreciate you showing it to us.
Thank you.
Now for a couple days, and you're gonna do us the favor of releasing it so we can watch.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how he reacts.
Yeah, ready?
Yeah, ready. Come on, buddy. Here we go. Well, thank you so much for showing us your tank.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it, and you're doing a great job. So it'd be nice to come back and see it in a year or two when all those SPS are really growing out. So
Sure.
send me pictures.
Can. We keep in touch.
So if you liked this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below about some other tanks that you want us to see or where you want us to go visit. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour, and there's more videos coming soon.